Hey everybody, how you doing? Today we talk about the movie called The Outwaters, and I was curious about this movie because I just saw this on Tubi TV, and the artwork looked kind of cool, and the summary sounded cool too, by the way. So I checked the movie out, and the movie's like a found footage horror movie about four people, two guys and two women, going to the desert to shoot this video with this woman who could sing. And the movie is a long movie though, man. It's like it stretches and stretches. Now, before I get to the hate, because a lot of people are all hating on this movie. I just want to say the stuff that I like about this movie. I do like the acting. I feel like the actors and actresses did their job, what they were hired to do. I love the scenery of the desert, how the desert looks, and like you gotta know about me because I'm into documentaries and I love nature videos, animal videos and environments and stuff. So desert set is one of the cool settings to see too, because it's very hard to shoot with all that sunlight, especially in the daytime. So the cinematography for this movie was fantastic, and the editing was good. So let me say that. The bad part about this movie is like I feel like it stretches way too long, and I feel like once we get to the last part of the movie, like 30 minutes of the screaming and yelling, and the guys running around all bloodied up, and you hear screaming from other characters like they dead or not, and you start seeing like worm-like creatures passing through the desert. This does get confusion, to be honest with you. But for me, I feel like I understand what this director's going for. I feel like this movie is supposed to be like they found like a portal to hell, I believe, and like this guy's living his own hell pretty much. His friends are dying or seeing things, and he's going left and right to one place to another. What it looked like. The camera work when we get to that scene, it does get frustrated because it's like, oh, what are you looking at? What are you glimping? Why the lens is so small? It gets to confusion right there. Like, I mean, and it stretched too long. That's another thing about this movie. Like, if I did not mention that, I feel like this movie did have a lot of potential, but I feel like a lot of extra stuff was added in too much, and I feel like the camera work when it gets to the dark horror scenes should have been shown a little bit better. I understand what the director was going with because you want to be realistic with the camera scenes, but the guy could have used night vision. Why not the night vision? You know, when you start showing the horror element, show something. You show glimpse and leaving us guessing, which we can understand, but still, show something. Give us a little reward for watching this movie. There was another movie called The Pyramid that came out in the movie theaters, and there was another movie that was also in the theaters called I think it was called Above Below. So it was something. Oh, let me get the right title because that movie was also in the movie theaters, and it had a, and then I think this movie had a similar concept to that. Let me see. Yeah, it was called. Hold on. Up as above, so below, which was a really good movie. This one movie I did saw in the theaters, by the way, and I found myself very enjoying it. About the people went to the French catacomb underground, and they pretty much stumble upon the gates of hell, and they gotta survive their own fears. To me, I feel like this movie is trying to go with that route about this guy going through hell. He's seeing things. His friends are dying. He's all bloodied up, and what the hell's going on, pretty much. Yeah, it could have been done better, but that was kind of fell on that part, and that's when the hate comes for this movie. Anyway, I say this movie is trial and error. I mean, it's not a good movie when you get to that part, but the trial part to me is when it got good cinematography of the desert scenes, and the characters they were kind of like likable. I'll be honest with you, I did like them, so it's kind of sad for the outcome. It's not a spoiler because these movies you know how they already end. Come on. Anyway, over and out.